Today, we're unmasking the truth behind one of the most misunderstood ingredients in your kitchen. We've got a real spicy topic today, Haze. We're finally tackling the social media villain that is seed oils.
Oh, Vince, I feel like I need a full hazmat suit just to say the words. It's like we're walking into a minefield of metabolic disaster according to every comment section on the internet.
It is absolutely incredible. The claims are everywhere. They are apparently linked to chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, cancer, and diabetes. You'd think the oil in your salad dressing was personally plotting your demise.
I know, and what's funny is the source of all this fear usually stems from a very simple premise. Humans haven't been consuming seed oils for a long time, only about 100 years, so we haven't evolved to process them, and they must therefore be toxic. It's the classic "our ancestors didn't eat it" argument.
Which, as a general rule, can be a decent starting point for questioning things, but it's where the critical thinking usually stops. And when you look at the science, the evidence tells a very, very different and much more nuanced story. Let's start with the basics, shall we? What are we even talking about when we say seed oils?
We're generally talking about the big ones you find everywhere: sunflower, rapeseed, which is also known as canola oil, safflower, corn, and soybean oil. They're affordable, they're versatile, and they're used in everything from processed foods to restaurant cooking to, yes, that lovely nutritional shake you might be mixing up at home.
And the reason they've earned this scary reputation is because they're high in something called omega-6 fatty acids, specifically linoleic acid, or LA. And that sounds bad, right? Because we've all been told, oh, omega-6 is inflammatory, it's the devil, you need omega-3.
And this is where we need to pump the brakes and bring out the nutritional science lab coat. Omega-6 fatty acids are not inherently bad. In fact, linoleic acid, LA, is one of two fats that our bodies absolutely cannot produce on their own. The other one is alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which is an omega-3.
Exactly. They are both classified as polyunsaturated fatty acids, or PUFAs. And because your body can't synthesize them, they are literally labeled as essential fatty acids. That word, essential, is key. It means you must get them from your diet to survive and thrive.
You need them for everything. Think about what happens if you don't get LA. In children, they actually fail to grow. In adults, you can get fatty liver, reproductive issues, and skin lesions. And ultimately, if you have zero dietary LA, you would eventually pass away. So this is not a toxin. It is a fundamental requirement for human life.
It's the ultimate paradox of the internet wellness world. The thing people are screaming is a toxin is actually an essential nutrient. The problem isn't the molecule itself. The problem is usually the context in which we're consuming it.
And that brings us to the first major point, which is why the actual scientific evidence just doesn't support the seed oils are inherently toxic narrative. I mean, look at what the research says when you remove the social media panic.
A huge systematic review and meta-analysis back in 2010 concluded that when people increased their PUFA consumption, that's those polyunsaturated fats found in seed oils, in place of saturated fatty acids, it significantly reduced their rates of heart disease.
Let me repeat that for the people in the back. The oils that the internet told you would give you a heart attack actually significantly reduced rates of heart disease when they replaced the fats we now know are less heart healthy, like saturated animal fats.
And it goes further. A 2018 meta-analysis that looked at 54 controlled studies showed that virtually all types of vegetable oil were more effective at improving blood markers than, say, butter. So, the body of evidence says, not only are they not harmful, they may actually offer health benefits when compared to other types of fats.
But this is where we have to be fair to the critics. There is a correlation, and correlation is not causation, but it's still important to understand why the link exists. It's like saying, ice cream sales go up when people drown, but the real cause is the summer heat.
Exactly. The critics look at the last few decades, see a rise in seed oil consumption in the Western diet, and see a simultaneous rise in chronic diseases, and they connect the dots. But that connection is shaky because it ignores three key things that are the real problem.
The first big issue is oxidation and chemical changes. Think about that oil at your favorite fast food joint. It gets heated up, cooled down, and then reheated multiple times day after day. Since seed oils are rich in polyunsaturated fatty acids, they are prone to oxidation, and that repeated heating and cooling process actually damages the oils, causing chemical alterations that can damage cells if consumed in large amounts.
It's like burning toast. The original bread wasn't toxic, but when you subject it to extreme, damaging heat and chemical changes, you end up with something that isn't good for you. It's the preparation method, not the oil itself. That's the villain here.
The second reason is what we call calorie overconsumption. Oils are inherently calorie dense, and because these seed oils are cheap and versatile, they've become a huge component in the most palatable, delicious, and yes, often junkiest foods available, the convenience foods.
They're in everything: chips, cookies, packaged snacks. They make food taste amazing, but because they are so calorie-dense, and they are combined with sugar and salt in these hyper-palatable forms, they encourage us to eat way too much. So, is the oil making you sick, or is the excess of calories combined with the oil leading to weight gain and related diseases? It's almost always the latter.
And finally, the third reason is that seed oil consumption can actually be a marker for overall poor diet quality. The diets that are habitually high in these damaged or highly processed oils are also typically high in fat, sugar, and salt. And critically, they are low in the good stuff, fiber and essential micronutrients.
It's the whole package. If your diet consists of fried foods, packaged snacks, and restaurant meals loaded with cheap, repeatedly heated seed oils, your overall diet quality is low. It's not the 1 teaspoon of canola oil you use in your homemade vinaigrette that's the problem. It's the fact that it correlates with a diet lacking in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
So, when a company includes seed oils in their nutritionally complete products, it's not because they're trying to sneak in a toxin, it's because they have to, right? They're following the science.
They are absolutely following the science. The simple reason many companies include seeds and oils is that their products are designed to be nutritionally complete. And to be nutritionally complete, they must provide every single essential nutrient your body needs. And as we established, LA, linoleic acid, the omega-6 is an essential nutrient.
It's literally the missing piece of the puzzle. Without LA, a product cannot claim to provide the full spectrum of fats needed for health. It's an ingredient driven by a nutritional mandate, not by affordability or flavor alone.
And one of the oils they use is a fantastic example of a balanced fat, rapeseed oil or canola oil. I think people get fixated on the omega-6 and forget the other nutritional gold it brings to the table.
Exactly. Rapeseed oil is a nutritional powerhouse. It provides that essential omega-6 LA, about 19%, but it also provides a great amount of the essential omega-3 ALA, about 9%.
But wait, there's more. Not only do you get those two essential fats, but rapeseed oil is also rich in a monounsaturated fatty acid called oleic acid, about 62%.
Oleic acid, and that's the same fatty acid that gives olive oil its famed health benefits. So you have a perfect trifecta: essential omega-6, essential omega-3, and a high amount of a healthy monounsaturated fat, all in one package, and all to ensure you're getting the full nutritional picture. It's about balance and completeness.
It's all about the balance. And speaking of balance, we talk about what you put into your body to be well nourished. But we often forget about the body's own internal mechanisms for rebuilding and maintaining itself.
It's easy to focus on the macros, the fats, the carbs, the proteins, and ignore the microscopic miracles happening inside our own bodies that are constantly repairing and renewing. That whole cellular repair mechanism is absolutely key to long-term wellness.
We have a quick word from a sponsor that is all about activating that internal renewal process.
Hold that thought about the perfect oil, because while you're optimizing your diet, who is optimizing your body's ability to repair itself? As we age, our stem cells, our body's master builders, slow down. That's why you need Stem Active Premium Stem Cell Activator. Made right here in the USA, Stem Active is a powerful blend of botanicals like cat's claw, sea buckthorn, and blue-green algae that works to promote your body's natural process of renewal and tissue repair. Adult stem cells, often called the body's master cells, are key in helping tissues regain improved function even as we age. Stem Active helps your bone marrow release these cells to travel via the bloodstream to organs that need renewal. It's about activating your body's core ability to repair. Stop just treating the symptoms of aging and start activating your inner power. Scan the QR code on your screen now or click the link below to unlock your potential. With their money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose but the feeling of being run down.
And I think it's a perfect segue because what we're really talking about is building a complete system, a body that has everything it needs to perform all of its functions, from sending signals across the brain to repairing tissue in the knee. The health of the cell is the health of the person.
Absolutely. And when we talk about fats, we're talking about a nutrient that is absolutely vital for cell membranes and hormone production. Those polyunsaturated fats, the PUFAs we talked about, linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid, are structural components of every cell in your body, every single one.
It's not just fuel, it's the actual bricks and mortar of the human body. Without those essential fatty acids, your cells don't function properly. That is the fundamental scientific reason why a complete food cannot, by definition, skip out on them.
It comes down to a matter of perspective. Are you looking at a specific ingredient in isolation and demonizing it based on its association with low-quality processed junk food? Or are you looking at it through the lens of nutritional completeness?
And the real message here, the real scientific clarity, is that the panic around seed oils is largely misplaced. It's a classic example of confusing the vehicle with the destination. It's not the oil that is damaging people's health, it's the way we consume it and the company it keeps in a highly processed diet.
Think about the first issue we highlighted, oxidation. The simple takeaway for the home cook is don't repeatedly heat and reheat your oils. Use a high-quality, cold-pressed seed oil like rapeseed or canola for your nutritional needs in a raw or lightly heated form, and avoid the industrial frying process that creates those damaging chemical changes.
Exactly. And the second issue, calorie overconsumption, is just a reality check. Anything in excess, especially high-fat foods, can contribute to a caloric surplus and therefore weight gain and related metabolic issues. Seed oils are a convenient target, but the simple act of overeating calories is the true culprit.
So, if you're using a nutritionally complete powder, like one that contains quality rapeseed or flaxseed oil, you can be sure that the oil hasn't been heated, cooled, reheated 5 times in a deep fryer, and that the total calorie count is precisely calculated to fit into a balanced diet. The context is everything.
And that balance extends to the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. While the average Western diet is wildly skewed toward omega-6, something like 15 to 1 or 20 to 1, the goal isn't to get rid of all omega-6. It's to introduce more omega-3, to bring that ratio back into a healthier range.
And the reason an oil like rapeseed is so great is that it naturally contributes to that rebalancing act by providing both. You get your essential LA, and you also get that critical dose of essential ALA, which is the omega-3. It's a win-win scenario designed by nature and selected by science for nutritional balance.
It's so funny how many people are paying a premium for supplements to balance their omegas, and meanwhile, a perfectly formulated nutritional food is doing it for them with a compound that gets demonized on social media. It just shows you that science will always trump opinion from those who haven't looked at the totality of the evidence.
The noise online creates fear and confusion where there should be clarity and confidence. The human body needs these polyunsaturated fats, and if you're consuming them from a high-quality source that hasn't been industrially damaged, you are absolutely supporting your health.
We should also touch on the other kind of fat that these oils bring, which is the monounsaturated fatty acids, the MUFAs. We mentioned that rapeseed oil is 62% oleic acid.
And a high intake of MUFAs, like oleic acid, has been consistently shown to actually improve blood cholesterol profiles. This is the very same reason that people are constantly pouring olive oil on everything, because of the healthy benefits of its oleic acid content. It's a heart-healthy fat. End of story.
So, to wrap up this part of the conversation, the next time you see a comment thread melting down about seed oils, remember the 3 key facts. 1. Linoleic acid is an essential nutrient your body requires to function. 2. The problem is oxidation from repeated heating, calorie overconsumption, and the oil being a marker for a poor overall diet. And 3. High-quality, balanced oils, like rapeseed, provide a fantastic mix of essential omega-6, essential omega-3, and heart-healthy MUFAs.
It's a powerful lesson in looking past the buzzwords and getting back to fundamental nutrition. Your body needs these fats, so choose sources that are clean, balanced, and part of an overall diet rich in fiber and micronutrients. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater just because an influencer told you to. And that is truly the ethos of the Wellness Lab, cutting through the noise to give you the actionable, science-backed truth. It's about being informed, not just following trends. It's about building a sustainable, healthy lifestyle based on what actually works inside your body.
It's been a great dive into the controversy and the clarity of essential fats. Hopefully, everyone listening now feels a lot more confident about what's in their food and why. We've certainly cleared up the mystery of why complete nutrition products must include these ingredients.
Thanks for tuning in to the Wellness Lab Digest. If this episode inspired you, here are 3 quick ways to support the show. 1. Subscribe so you never miss fresh, body-loving wellness insights. 2. Share this episode with someone who needs it today. 3. Comment below and tell us what topics you'd love to hear next. Want to do even more? Check the description for ways to support the show. Stay curious, stay well, and we'll see you in the next episode.